Hello students of class 11, how are you? I hope you all are fit and fine. So dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter in Hornbill. That is chapter 8, Silk Road, written by Nick Middleton. So dear students, before beginning, so let me give you a small introduction to this chapter. So dear students, the story is written by Nick Middleton. This chapter is about the narrator's journey from slopes of Rabu to mountain Kailash to complete the Kora. So the story which we are going to read, the Silk Road, written by Nick Middleton, it is about the narrator's journey from slopes of Rabu to mountain Kailash to complete the Kora. Kora means a type of parikrama. You must have seen people when they go to temple, they perform a parikrama. So it is like a parikrama. So narrator, this story Silk Road, this chapter is a story about narrator's journey from slopes of Rabu to mountain Kailash to complete the Kora. To bid him farewell, Lamo gave him a long sleeve sheepskin coat. So to bid him farewell when one leave a place. Okay, so mostly we present. So when we say goodbye, so that is a farewell. That separation is called farewell. Okay. So in order to bid him farewell, Lamo gave him a long sleeve sheepskin coat. He hired satin scarf for his journey and took Daniel along to escort him to Durkan. Okay. So this is a small introduction to this chapter. So now dear students, I am going to tell you what Silk Road is. Okay, I am going to show you the map in which we can see the Silk Road. So dear students, in this map, the yellow line which you can see, this yellow line which starts from the border of China and ends to the border of Tibet. Okay, so this yellow line, this yellow road, this is Silk Road. This is also called Silk Route. Okay, so this route is called Silk Road. So why narrator gives this story this title? So probably the narrator must have used this route to complete his journey. So that is why the narrator gave this title to this story. Okay, so this this yellow line which you can see in this map, starting from the border of China and it ends at the border of Tibet. So it is called Silk Route or Silk Road. Okay. So I hope you all have taken out your book and now ready to begin. So before beginning, dear students, let us go through these words and phrases which are given here and let us discuss their meaning. Then I'll start reading an explanation. So notice these expressions in the text, infer their meaning from the context. Okay. So let us write their meanings first, then we will move on. First word is, first phrase is, not word, phrase is ducking back. D-U-C-K-I-N-G, ducking back. Okay, ducking back means giving inside and then going inside and then coming out. Going inside and coming out. Okay. Next word is maneuverous. Maneuverous. MANOUVRES. Okay. Maneuverous means military exercises. It is military exercises. Okay. Billowed. BILLOW. Billowed. Billowed means filled with air. Filled with air. Next word is swathe. 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 Swathe means a long strip of land. A long strip of land. Next is can of rocks. CAIRN. Can of rocks means the pile of stone on the top of mountain. The pile of stones on the top of mountain. On the top of mountain, especially where someone is buried. Especially where someone is buried. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so write them down, beta. You can also take a screenshot. I am showing you for 5 seconds. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay, students. Now I'm going to rub. I hope you all have taken the screenshot. You can also pause the video and then write down. Next word is carried down. Carried, CAREERED. Carried, down means sinking the slope. Sinking, SINKING, sinking the slope. Next word is salt flats. Next phrase is flats means thatched roof covered with snow. Thatched roof covered with snow. So please write them down. You can also take the screenshot. Okay. Carrier down means sinking the slope. Salt flats means thatched roof covered with the snow. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. So let us write more words now from this page, from these two paragraphs. Kora. Kora. Kora means meditation performed by Buddhist believers. Which is in Hindi I told you parikrama, meditation performed by Buddhist believers, by Buddhist believers. Okay. Next word is gazelles. 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 Gazelles mean an African or Asian mammal. An African or Asian mammal, an African or Asian mammal with large eyes, that moves quickly and hooves that moves quickly. Okay, students, please take the screenshot. Let me show you. Yes, now you can take the screenshot. You can also pause the video and can write these words and their meaning, these words and phrases and their meanings. So I hope, dear students, you have taken the screenshot. Okay. So these are some terms, these are some words and phrases, meanings of which now I have made you write. So let me introduce you some terms in picture. Okay, then I will start reading out and explaining. So dear students, let me show you first of all what is flawless moon. In the beginning it is given now, a flawless half moon floated. So what is flawless half moon? So you can see in the picture, dear students, it is the first quarter and it is the last quarter. So both have been marked here, and in circle you can see first quarter and last quarter. So these are the different phases of moon, and this either first quarter or the last quarter can be called flawless half moon. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, this first quarter of this is the picture of different phases of moon. So this picture, the which I have marked here, the first one first quarter and the last quarter, so they can be termed as flawless half moon. Okay, next term in this story which we must know through this picture. So dear students, it is long French loaves. Long French loaves means bread shaped and baked in one piece, which is usually sliced before being eaten. You can see in the picture. It is long French lobes. Okay. So this word you can see in the second line of first paragraph. Okay. So long French lobes means bread shaped and baked in one piece, which is usually sliced before being eaten. You can also see in the picture. Okay. Next word which I am also going to introduce you with the mountain, which you can see here. A term has been used, mountain tops with a rose tinted blush. What is rose tinted blush? So this pink color which you can see behind mountain, this is rose tinted blush. Okay. Okay students, so why I am showing you these pictures, so that when I will explain it, so it will be easy to get you. Okay, so through the picture we can understand it better. So yes students, you can see the picture of gazelles, an African or Asian mammal with large eyes that moves quickly and hoofs. Okay, meaning of which you have written already. So you can see in the picture, this animal is called gazelles. This animal which you can see in the picture, this animal is called gazelles. Okay. So I hope, dear students, all the pictures which I have showed you, you must have noticed them, and these pictures will help you a lot during explanation. Okay. So dear students, let us begin reading and explanation now. So you all are requested to take out your book if you haven't taken out, and open it at page number 74. But I hope you must have taken out your book, and all the terms, words and phrases which I have discussed, you must have seen in your book. Okay. So let us begin now reading and explanation. Okay students, now I am going to read out and explain, but before moving on, once again I am showing you this board so that you can take the screenshot. Okay. So now, yes, you can take the screenshot. So I hope you have taken the screenshot. Okay. So now look at your book. A flawless half moon floated in a perfect blue sky on the morning we said our goodbyes. So when narrator started his journey, when he said goodbyes means when the narrator started his journey, it was a perfect half moon which I showed you earlier in the picture. So a flawless half moon floated in a perfect blue sky. It means the weather was good and the moon was shining. Half moon was shining fully. Okay. So it was not cloudy. It was a it can be said a bright night. Okay. So the moon was shining properly. A flawless half moon floated in a perfect blue sky on the morning we said our goodbyes. So when narrator started his journey, so the sky was clear, and as we have seen in the picture, half moon was shining. Extended banks of cloud like long French lobes glowed pink as the sun emerged to splash the distant mountain tops with a rose tinted blush. So as we have seen in the picture, the lobes, the French lobes, that slice of bread, so it was shining in pink because the sun was, because of the sunshine, the sun was shining at the distant mountain tops with a rose tinted blush. So with the pink color of the sun, though that slice of bread also became pink. Now that we were leaving Rao, Lamo said she wanted to give me a farewell present. So when they were leaving the mountain Rabu, when they were leaving Rabu, so Lamo, we don't know who is Lamo. The narrator hasn't introduced him or her before. So Lamo said, not him, her. Okay. So as you know, she has been used for Lamo. So Lamo presented the narrator. Lamo wanted to present the narrator a farewell, a farewell gift, a farewell present. She wanted to give him a farewell present. One evening, I had told her through Daniel that I was heading towards Mount Kailash to complete the Korah. So one evening, the narrator told her that he was heading towards Mount Kailash to complete the Korah, to complete the Parikrama, to complete the meditation performed by Buddhist believers, to complete his meditation, to complete his Parikrama. Okay. So one day through Daniel, he made her informed that he would be heading towards Mount Kailash to complete the Korah. And she had said that I ought to get some warmer clothes, and she told the narrator that the narrator would need warmer clothes. After ducking back means going inside then coming out. Okay. So after ducking back into her tent, she emerged carrying one of the long sleeved sheepskin coats that all the men wore. So when the woman, the lady Lama, she went into her tent, and then she came out, she emerged carrying one of the long sleeved sheepskin coats that all the men wore. Satan seized me up as we clambered into his car. So when they hired Satan's car, when they were sitting in Satan's car, then he was sized me up means looked towards me very carefully. That means sized me up means looked very carefully. Satan looked the narrator very carefully. Oh yes, he declared, Drogba sir. Then he said, shepherd. Drogba is a Tibetan word which means shepherd. Okay, he said, shepherd sir. So as of now in this paragraph, we have seen that the narrator had just started his journey to complete his Korah for Mount Kailash, and he had been gifted a coat, a sheepskin coat by Lama. Okay. We took a shortcut to get off the Changtang. So to reach the Changtang, so they took a shortcut. Satan knew a route that would take us southwest almost directly towards Mount Kailash. Satan, whom they hired, whose cart they hired. So he knew route, a short route which could take them towards Mount Kailash. It involved crossing several fairly high mountain passes. He said this short route involved crossing several fairly high mountain. He said, but no problem, sir. He assured us, if there is no snow. He said, if there is no snow, there would be no problem through that short route to reach Mount Kailash. What was the likelihood of that, I asked. Not knowing, sir, until we get there. So he said, what was the likelihood of that? I asked, narrator asked. So what would be the condition that time? So he said, not knowing, sir, until we get there. Until, he said, we cannot say until we reach there, until we get there. From the gently rolling hills of Ravu, the shortcut took us across vast open plains with nothing in them except a few gazelles. So from the gently rolling hills of Ravu. So from the gently rolling hills, the hills were not very much, it was a gentle slope. There, the hills, some hills are like, let me show you on the board. Some hills you can find in this shape. Okay, so it's a steep. Okay, but it was a gentle slope. Okay, through which they can easily get down or go up. Okay, so it was easily can be got off or got down. So it was a gentle slope. Okay. So from the gently rolling hills of Ravu, the shortcut took us across vast open plains with nothing in them except a few gazelles. So they saw nothing in their route except gazelle. Gazelle, I show you the picture. It is an American or Asian mammal with large eyes that moves quickly and hooves. Okay, so I showed you in the picture. It is an animal that would look up from nibbling. So before moving on, students, we should write word meaning of this chapter. Okay, then I'll start explaining. So what we have discussed as of now. So as of now we have discussed that the narrator has just started his journey towards Mount Kailash to complete the Kora, to complete the Parikrama, to complete the meditation, and he was gifted a coat by Lama. He hired Satan's car. Okay, so he knew a short route to reach Mount Kailash. If there would be, according to him, if there would be no snow, then it would be a perfect route for them. The weather was also perfect, the moon was shining. Okay, so thus they started their journey to Mount Kailash. So students, it's all about today's class. In my next class I will make you write some difficult words and their meanings from next pages, and I'll explain. Okay students, so thank you for watching the video. See you tomorrow.